Hi, it's Pasi Poutanen, founder here at Nusu, and we've helped hundreds of realtors to generate 5 to 20 listing appointments per month through our SPB methodology. And in this video, I want to talk about the number one way for you to get listings in 2022 and beyond past your referrals and past your past customers, and why most realtors will fail to adopt this strategy in their business. So if you imagine this from a homeowner's perspective, right? Imagine a person, let's say her name is Karen, she's 37, she has a townhome with say 3 bedrooms, right? And they have 4 kids. So imagine Karen, Karen is now sitting in the couch in the living room, say she's enjoying a bowl of her, salmon avocado, or let's say she's enjoying a noodle soup or something like that, right? And then suddenly the baby's belly is kicking in. So, baby kicks in, Karen starts thinking, there you are. Well, damn, I have to figure out a way for our living situation before the baby comes in, because obviously, they have 4 kids. They need to have that room for the baby itself. And I better hit up you, right? So as a realtor, you probably wanted that to happen as often as possible, right? Now, if you're a great realtor, the people in your sphere are probably already going to think that when they need to sell, they need to buy, they need to move. Your past customers will usually do that as well, if you're doing a great job for them in the past. And you get referrals like that, giving you a phone call, giving you referrals, that's going to happen. But as we know, if that's the only source to your listings, it's going to be very limited in terms of how many listings you can get. You're going to get some, but you can't really scale it up to higher levels. There's really no inflow process, outflow mechanism there, right? And it's going to be a little bit inconsistent, so because we can't predict that, we can't really scale it, we can't really make it consistent. And really, you're kind of left wondering, well, I have this business coming in every now and then, but where my next listing is going to come from? So you can be in that inconsistent situation where you're kind of have an uncertainty-based situation. So then the question becomes, okay, we're getting this business from our sphere of influence, we're getting this business from our referrals, but how do we also get those thousands, usually tens of thousands of other local homeowners, other local people that think of you when they're selling, not just your sphere of influence, not just your past clients? Well, obviously, this is not a new thought. This is not anything new. A lot of realtors have thought of generating clients outside of their sphere in the past, and are doing it right now at this moment. And if you look at the marketplace out there, though, like most realtors, what they're doing to do this, number one is that people are automating their social media content, right? So you see a lot of people posting articles or, 5 home improvement tips, just listed, just sold, those types of things. A lot of people are trying to, hit 33 touch points. They have the KV course set up, the old school way. They have a RIP campaign, maybe a market update once a month, newsletter, something like that. Or again, some people are still doing this where they're putting in their face on a billboard ad or bus ad or a shopping cart or something like that, and they're just saying, I'm the best realtor, call me right now if you want to sell, or just sold, call me right now. Some people are also cold calling, so that can work. So for sale by owners, expireds, things like that, or sending out mailers or flyers, anything like that, really. While these methods, again, every one of these methods are going to work to an extent, right? So I'm not saying cold calling doesn't work. Obviously, it does work. It's going to work just to an extent. So here's the caveat to all these strategies, really, is that really people can have only one realtor they're going to hire, right? So there's going to be one real estate agent that's going to be their top of choice agents. We usually in marketing terms, we like to say top of mind preference, meaning there's a list of realtors they can work with. Usually about 3 realtors people can really recall, sometimes less than that. And now they have those 3 realtors, maybe even more or less. And now they're selecting one realtor. They're saying, okay, I'm going to select you, right? And they do the listing appointment, and then they do the listing. Now, here's the caveat to all those strategies I just mentioned. Well, if you're competing against somebody for that spot, for that number one top of choice spot, who understands the psychological dynamics at play, not just the just sold, just listing, but to understand the psychological process that's in play in order to get people not again just to convert at that point where they're selling, but also to get them to view them as a number one preference for a realtor through state-of-the-art technology. It's not something that worked 10, 20 years ago. Really what I mean by this is somebody who, number one, is able to connect and the dots for the Karen. So she understands okay, this is what the home selling process is about. This is how it's going to work. And really somebody who's able to bond with Karen. So, obviously in addition to converting her, is able to build actual relationship with her, let's say through storytelling, value of prop content, things like that. Or let's say the realtor you're competing against is also giving her aha moments or giving her actually relevant information she actually cares about and making her feel like the service the realtor is offering to the Karen is also not, again, just trying to get the sale, but taking into account and really explaining her fears, worries, frustrations, desires when it comes to selling the house. And again, not just selling the house, but again, creating the lifestyle, the actual lifestyle she wants for her family. That's why she's selling the house in the first place. And then obviously the realtor itself you're competing against is also differentiating herself or himself, depending on who the realtor is, by properly positioning the service itself to that exact ideal clients, and then having an expert authority marketplace where, again, the realtor you're competing against is positioning and loading tons of proof of actually delivering on these things. And then, obviously having, instead of having like 1 or 2 touch points a month, the actual realtor you're competing against has 200 or 500 touch points per year because, again, they're using an omnipresent strategy, they're using social media. Obviously, it's going to be a bit different situation in that sense. So if you have those different things they just mentioned, that's what it means to have a great realtor personal brand. Now, if you're competing against somebody like that, the way that most agents compete, obviously at that point you lost. But if you want to be the realtor that thousands of local homeowners think when they're ready to sell and move, you have to learn this. The marketplace is changing very fast, very rapidly, and those who adapt the fastest will reap the rewards. I hope that you like this video, and hopefully this helps you navigate your marketing and marketing strategy overall in the right direction and change a lot of confusion around your marketing. Because I know a lot of realtors are only really leveraging the old school strategies. But really at the end of the day, 99% of the homeowners are going to be kind of like in this bracket where there's going to be the strategy that's going to be a little bit more relevant, a little bit more up to date in today's marketplace. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one soon.